Here we go. Ready? Oh, who's better than me? Yeah. What's up, guys? All right, now I finally started the upper case, and I'm pumped. This thing's going to be a lot of fun, and it's pretty much been the same joinery. It just dovetails and dovetails on the other side, and I just milled the wood, kind of like I've been showing you throughout the podcast. Okay, but there's another little interesting tip on these ones that I think you might like, so I figured I'd try to explain it a little bit. Okay, these are the sides, obviously. You can see I have a back rabbet that receives the backboards, and you see the dados here, there, and they're upside down. Two here and one at the bottom. Now these are called stop dados, and I figured I'd just show you a quick little demo on how you cut these things. It really cuts down on your time if you know how to make stop dados, because then it just makes things go faster, and it's a little risky, but it's worth doing. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to cruise down so you can see the saw. I know you all like looking at me, you know, but it's really about the woodworking. Okay, now check it out. Here's my stacked dado set, and it's set at the depth that I want the cut to be. It's like 3/16 of an inch, okay? So, it's set at this depth and it's 3/4 of an inch wide, okay? And you can see that it stopped at 3/4, okay? Now I did this when it was down this way, and you can't really see it. So, this is how it's done. You want to first get your blade set at the right height, okay? Because this is the only critical part. Set it at 1/4 of an inch or 3/16 or whatever desired depth that you want, okay? Now you slide the fence over just so it's nicking the blade. All right, and then you put your straight edge down, okay? And then you turn the blade. And as soon as it starts to clip the sterret, you stop. And then you draw a plumb line. See that one right there? That's a plumb line on the back. And then you do the same on the front. That's a plumb line on the front. Okay. Now, make sure this thing's not. After that, can you see this block? Nope. I got to back up so you can see the whole thing. All right. You see I have a block in the back? What that does, well, first, I decided that I wanted the stop dado to be 3/4 of an inch off the face, okay? So, you have to make a 3/4 of an inch mark on the front. Here it is. That basically indicates where the dado is going to stop. So, what I do, oh, sorry. Guys, I don't have a camera guy, you know, so I'm winging it, and the camera's right in the way. So, I gotta move. This might be a better angle anyway. You get an overall picture. Overall view of this particular problem. Alright, so you can see I have my mark at 3/4, and there's a block here. What you want to do is you want to set this at 3/4 of an inch. So I know that that's where the back of the blade is going to start to come up through the bottom of this particular piece of wood, right? And then I put a block on it. And all I do is then you find out the location of this dado. Say it's going to be, 3 inches. So you set it 3 inches. You lock your blade down, and you keep this indexed against that block, okay? And now all you do is just push down like this, and the saw will be running, obviously. You push it down, and then you just go. Now this is a little risky, because it's longer than the cut, and you have a real chance of bottling this thing, so you gotta make sure that you're very careful. You could probably do it with your miter fence or set up a jig or whatever. I just kind of winged it, I just make sure that I push with my my left arm all the way up tight to the fence, and then I just push it right along. And that's the way that it does these front ones. So obviously if there's a front and a back, then you have to do the same. Without the block, you take the block off, okay? And then you run it again, but see the 3/4 mark still? You push that to that front mark, and that stops it. So that way you can get a left and a right stop dado that are all in the same location. You see what I mean? They're all in the same location, and they stop at the same point. So you can see that the dados are all referenced off the bottom here. You know what I mean? They're referenced off the bottom to the dado, and then the reference off the top to each dado. This is a through dado because it's going to be buried by a block, so this one's not very important. All right. So after that, you're only about halfway done. Okay. I'm going to go over to the branch. Yeah, branch. I'm going to go over to the branch. I'm going to go over to the bench, and I'll show you how I do the rest of it with hand tools. Okay. This is a pretty important thing, and it's a nice little neat trick to make sure like things are really super tight when you look at them from the front. Alright, so I'm going to shut this bad boy off, get set up, and show you what's up. Alright guys, now you can see that the dado is stopped and it's not flat like the rest of it, because like that's the back of the blade that came up. Now, the next step that you want to do is you want to take your marking gauge, okay? And it's set at 3/4 or 5/8 or a predetermined whatever. And then you mark it like this. So you have that reference right there, okay? Now, this is very simple, especially, you saw me sweating over the ones on the case of the Bombay. These ones are like really, really mindless. But they're still important because if you dent this side here or there, you're going to see a little gap on the face of this when you look down the edge of the shelf. So, what you can do is you just come in here and you just try to bottom it out a little bit, okay? Same on the other side. You just come in, you know, just make sure you just don't go past your line, obviously. And then you kind of just clean it up, you know, little by little. And then when you get close, okay, I'm just not going to show you, you know, obviously, you know you have to chisel this stuff out, okay? And then, after you chisel it out, you need to take your router plane again, and you need to come in. You see how it's hitting right here and it's bottoming out? Because, you know, after you run a dado, you want to clean it out with your router plane anyway. So this is pretty simple. Well, you know what, I might just be able to do it while you guys are watching. So, you just come in, and really, it ain't no big deal. You just want to remove this material without bruising that corner. You know, the only part that's important is the front of this thing. You know, it looks ugly, but, you know, don't even worry about it. You know, see me? I'm just pushing it. And you know what's another good thing about these Lee Nielsen planes, chisels and whatnot, is that they're standard sizes, okay? So, I know that this is a 3/4 dado, so I know my 3/4 chisel is going to fit in there perfectly. I'm just going to clean out this material a little bit. Okay? I didn't know if my head was in the way. Alright. You see that? And I'm at an angle where it's really not conducive to my the best way I could be doing this, you know? I'd usually be doing it sitting where the camera is. But anyway, I can do it from anywhere. There goes Sonny. Alright, so you take your 3/4 chisel, you come straight down. Now I know that thing's 3/4. Get my router plane, okay? And it's just going to clean this up. So I know it's at the same plane, you know what I mean? So that's it, everybody. And then you just got to clean up with your chisels. Wow, is that hot, huh? So there you go. And that's it. So you go along with all 4 of these, you clean them up. And now, when I go to put, I'm just going to use it as a scrap. A piece of 3/4 in here, this is just a piece of MDF, it's scrap obviously. What do you do if this was a shelf and you want to butt it up tight to this, you mark it with a knife, okay? Instead of a pencil, you mark this with a knife, like here, like this here. And then you remove this little bit of material, okay? Like this. You know, this dimension changes obviously. It depends on how far you want to go in from your mark. So, I want these to sit back about 5/8 of an inch, so I only need to do about that much. And then this is going to bottom out here and then slide forward, right like that. And then that's where the shelf is going to end. So, that's the stop dado, everybody. They're pretty simple. The only risky part is over there at the table saw, and you gotta make sure that you set up right, because if you bobble that, what happens is like it'll like twist, and then you just get this honking like destructo mark on the inside of your case, and then you get a patch and blah blah blah, you know. So after I glue these together, after I get all these stop dados cut out, I'm going to glue the upper case together. And when I glue that, I'm going to show you how you make it square. You know, you don't need to have clamps on diagonals and all that. It's pretty simple. You just need like 4 clamps. Clamp this bad boy together. It's easy. Alright? Okay, I'm going to turn the air conditioner back on. I can't see myself. I'm going to turn the thing again. That was funny last time. Whoa. Holy moly, Batman. That's a good one, huh? Alright. My hair looks pretty good. Wow, that pimple's the size of one of my eyeballs. Alright, Dave. Try it. Hopefully you'll edit this part out and I won't look like a total tool bag.